Hello and welcome to Work in the Verse. My name is Thor, and this is another episode of There's More Than Just Meta VR News. I know it's been a while since we've last spoke. The reason why is because of those two other letters, AI. It seems to be everywhere, doesn't it? And it's kind of pushed VR to the side for a while, but we're starting to see that it's coming back. And here's the good news, is that we're also starting to see some AI getting brought into VR as well. We'll get to that in just a little bit. First off, though, let's talk about the Lynx R1 headset, the Pimax Portal VR headset, Meta, and also two VR games, Half-Life 2 and Skyrim VR. So, let's get to the Lynx R1 headset first. Stan LaRoque, who's the CEO, just had a YouTube live stream just the other day going over where they're at with the headset. On the surface, if you go through the entire video, you might go, but that's a good thing, because it means that they're closer to getting that headset ready for Kickstarters. At this point, you don't want to hear a lot of exciting news. You want to hear that things are going well. And boy, is it ever. What he did, though, was go over a few demos in his VR headset live during the stream. First of all, what was really impressive about it was his confidence that he could make it happen, and he had to do a lot of hoop jumping to make it work. But when he did, it all came together very smoothly. In those VR demos that he's showing, at first glance, it may seem, oh, okay, that's nice. But there's so much more than that. Let's take a look at the examples that we're seeing on the screen, and then think about it through the Quest 2 headset, which is black and white cameras. Not a good experience. And when you look through the Quest Pro headset, a lot of other users were saying, it's okay, it's not that great of an experience. What you're seeing here on screen, though, however, is a totally different story, where he even comes out to tell us that what you're seeing literally has 0 frame delay, and that they'll be able to use that source of information that's coming in to use it in other applications as well. More to come on the Lynx headset, but everything's starting to shape up really nice about it. All right, let's jump over to the next headset that I mentioned, which is the Pimax Portal, and they are going to get it out to Kickstarters, but as we can see here, there is a caveat. If you're intending it to be VR enabled and ready, they actually want to delay. The reason why is because they want more time with the VR components to make it actually a better experience. Hopefully that means it won't be a long wait for people, but only time will tell. Let's talk about Meta. I found 2 articles that covered the same information for a leak that came out with Mark Rabkin, who's the company vice president for VR, and the leak was about the meeting that he had with the Reality Lab employees about the future of its AR and VR products. The Quest 2 continues to outsell the Xbox. Rabkin says that the Quest 2 has sold over 20 million units to date, which is 2 million units more than Microsoft has sold Xbox Series X and Series S units combined. While it's a positive number, Rabkin says that the engagement rate for users who bought the headset this past holiday season has dropped when compared to users who bought the Quest 2 earlier in its lifetime. The author of this article said this seems a bit strange given how many incredible Quest 2 games are available and how many have launched recently. I'm sure some people would take note of that. That's all right, we'll just take it at face value. And Rabkin said, though, that some of this can be attributed to the current design of the Quest App Store and the overall software experience. As the article goes on, there have been a lot of changes in the UI over the past 2.5 years, but there still needs to be better growth and retention and resurrection. Some people agree that the Quest UX is marred with unintuitive menus and dated laser pointer-like interfaces that feel strange when compared to the more natural interaction players are used to in games. In the recent updates, Rabkin says that players will be able to more easily share VR content with other platforms and make it as simple as sharing videos or photos on a smartphone. With the Quest 3, there's going to be a Smart Guardian. The idea behind the Smart Guardian is, hopefully, you won't have to be the one who sets it up yourself, but it will automatically scan the room and put those things into place for you. Rabkin is also focusing on the idea that mixed reality is going to be a major selling point of Quest 3. The main North Star for the team was from the moment you put on this headset, mixed reality has to make it feel better, easier, and more natural. You can put anchors and things on your desktop. You can take your coffee. You can stay in there much longer. With the Quest 2 headset, there have been some experiences that I've worked with that are quite incredible and giving you that sense of freedom. But in the same breath, you're always concerned that maybe you will run into something. Half-Life 2 is an oldie but a goodie that maybe you played a long time ago. Well, now it's available for you to play in VR as well. But let's get to the most important news, and that's with Skyrim VR. Skyrim has been a game that has been modded a lot by the community, and now they're taking it one step further. The person has figured out how they can incorporate ChatGPT into the experience. They gave a background story to the different characters by providing that to ChatGPT, but then they went one step further because ChatGPT has a limited set of memory. And with that memory, often you don't remember what's going on with the next experience. What they also do too is that they take your voice, they translate it into text, and then they push it to the ChatGPT engine so that way you can have almost real-time interaction with it. The author has the experiences written down and has ChatGPT summarize it, so the next time you go into the game, your experiences are there. It's definitely a video worthwhile to watch to get an idea how this could happen with other projects going forward with VR. Thank you for taking your time and watching to the end. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done so already, would you go ahead and like the video, subscribe, and until next time, take care.